Hey, what's up guys, my name is Leah. I'd like to welcome you back to this video series on building your very first game ready asset. In this video, we're going to continue in building up our texture. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So, jumping back over to our texture here. Let's zoom in and let's just go ahead and unhide these pieces and let's see what's next. So, I think what we're going to do now is go ahead and build the numbers here. So I'm going to go ahead and press the I key and I'm going to go ahead and select this yellow, which is a little brighter. Now I'm going to go ahead and press 1600 and I'm going to try and match this as close as possible. Now this is slightly stretched, something like so. Okay, and I think something like this is pretty good. Now, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to duplicate this over and do something like this and change this to a 4. And just going to keep going ahead. And I'm actually going to take these two and duplicate these and bring these over. And I'm going to place them roughly into position here. And let's see what we start to get. Okay, take these two and do the same. And obviously we have to change these to better suit our texture, but that's okay. Let's just move this over. Let's go ahead and take this and we can remove this one. So we only have a value, two value system here. So we have 400, 600, and then let's go ahead and I think, yeah, this is 700. Sorry, let's go ahead and move this over. Let's go ahead and move this one and one more. So at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and change these values. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to 500 and best line this up. And it appears as if we need to do this. There we go. Let's go ahead and set this to 400. Oh, sorry, 600. And we can go ahead and line this up. Next one is this one, which is 700. So something like this is pretty good. I believe this one is correct already at 600, right? So let's go ahead and 6. Oh, sorry, this is 800. Yep. And let's see what this one is. This is 1000. So we can just do 1000. And this should be 1200. And we can just move this over. And 1000, maybe is this 1400? Yeah, okay, so this is 1400, so there's a slight change. And yeah, that's it. So we're now going ahead and created those. We can go ahead, take all these numbers, and first of all, I'm going to make a copy, an extra copy here of these numbers, and let's go ahead and rasterize type and match layers. And the reason I made a copy is because we want to move this down. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of these. Where is it? Over here. And let's go ahead and change this to 49. Choose 4 and 9. They're about the same size. And then we can just, I'm going to push this on the top and I'm going to move this over and let's do 60. $70. 90. 1, 2, 5. let's change this one to SW space 1. And let's duplicate this up here. And I'm just going to change this to AM. AM. And move this into position. And again, let's take this, duplicate this. And let's take all these and, oops, let's merge these. So let's rasterize type and then merge layers. Let's pull this down. And then we have these last set of numbers over here. So let's go ahead and move this. And let's do the same thing here. So it's 113. 16. I believe let's see. We have 19. Yeah, 19. $25. 31. 41. And finally, SW2. SW. Now, it looks like this is actually an I and I. So let's change this to SWII. And let's rasterize the type. And actually, let's rasterize all of these with the exception of one, which we're going to keep as a backup. So let's duplicate this, turn this off for now, and let's merge these. And what I'm going to do is, and then I'm going to go ahead and merge these, and then I'm going to go ahead and remove this one here, and I'm going to press Ctrl C and Ctrl V. I've moved this like so, and then just remove one of these I's. All right, so now we can go ahead and turn this off, turn this on. This is our extra. All right, and then let's just look inside here. So what I want to do here is I want to take this and I want to nudge these down. So let's take this and pull this down just a little so it's in a better position. And we can see that while this looks great, what we need to do is let's just turn on just the texture here. All right, so yeah, okay, so what we need to do is just shorten this just a little. Maybe like around here. Yep. Just trying to find the right length here. I think something like this will be fine. And let's turn this off and start to turn these back on. All right, so that is beginning to look pretty good. So we can go ahead and save this and go ahead and set this to be Tagger, set this to be Diffuse, and let's just see how this is looking on our mesh here. All right, Now, I don't like, I'm just going to go ahead, because I don't like this background here, I'm just going to go ahead and set this to be a neutral gray. A little easier for me to see the rest of the model here. It's not fully neutral, but it's just a gray here. Okay, so it just allows me to view this a little better. So, okay. All right. So let's continue here. So jumping back into Photoshop, let's just jump over here and let's see what we get here. So first of all, we have a bunch of information here about the antenna. Now it looks like we have names of some radio stations here. Now these are not completely clear, so I guess what I can do is look up some popular radio stations here. Let's just go ahead and add these dots in here though. So let's turn this back on. And let's call this numbers. Dots. Let me press B. Let me set this like 10. And just start to add these dots in to these positions like so. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and also add some of this information in here. Now, as I said before, it's a little difficult to see, so what I've done is I've just gone ahead and just created or copied a bunch of names of old radio stations and stuff, and we can just randomly place these in here, and hopefully it should loop the path. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and just start to copy these one by one. Okay, and let's create a new one, and let's go ahead and call this London Radio. And we're going to go ahead and press Control T, and we're going to scale this all the way down. So let's go ahead and move this over. Go ahead and press Control T and scale this up. And actually, let's just move this over on this side for now. And then let's call this one, let's call this. Let's go ahead and copy this over, and let's move this like so. And let's press Control V. And this one, let's just go ahead and set this like so, and call this one USA Today, and move this over. So you can see all we're basically just going to do here is just copy and paste these names in here, and then hopefully we'll get something that looks pretty good. I'm not looking to recreate this exactly, so that should be okay. So let's just move these over, and let's just keep going with these names. And if we have something like this, I'm just going to delete it and move this over like so. And let's keep going. Okay, and this one, let's undo this. move this down. And let's push this up to the top, and let's duplicate this and move this into position over here. Radio, let's do something like radio. Toward the Eiffel. Okay, let's move it because let's just call this radio Eiffel. That shortens that off, and let's move this over here. All right. And paste this. All right, this isn't now in line with this one. And let's keep going. Looks like we're almost finished. All right, USG time service. All right, so we've got 2 left. Did I miss one? Yep, I missed one over here. All right, that's okay. Let's just duplicate this over. Something like this. And we're just going to duplicate and move this into position. And we can delete that. And then we can go ahead and take this one. And then we can go ahead and move this over here. So you can see that we get something that is resembling the overall feel of what it is we're creating here, but it's not exact. So let's call these station names. All right, so you can see that we're slowly building up the complexity in our texture, and it's beginning to look pretty good. So let's go ahead and choose File, Save, and I'm gonna call this Diffuse. So we're actually gonna save the texture here. File, Save As, and save this as Diffuse. And let's jump over to Max and see what we got. All right, so you can see that we're actually beginning to build up our texture here, and it's beginning to build up, or we're beginning to build up that complexity, which is really starting to help sell the effect of what we're building here. So let's jump back over and let's see what else we can add in here. All right, so, okay. All right, so we can go over here, and it looks like this. Okay, I see what's happened. So looks like we incorrectly place these pieces. So let's just go ahead and fix this. Pull this across. So the easiest way to do that is something like this. There we go. And then let's turn this on. Okay, so that's that. And it looks like we need to do the same thing over here. So let's just go ahead and take this. Press Control C. And Control D. Let's try that again. All right, let's merge this, and then let's go ahead and delete these sections here inside. Clean this up a little. There we go. All right, and let's turn this off. Okay. So now we have 108, 106, 104, 102, 100. Okay, so we just have a bunch of numbers here at the bottom and some text here at the bottom. So let's go ahead and add those in. So let's go to the top here, and we can go ahead and just sample this and type in 108. Now we need to scale this because this is nicely scaled here. Something a little smaller. And let's just push this along. Let's set this to 102. $100. And I think this is like 98, 96, 98. Yep. And then it's 96. 94. 92. Oh. 98. Oh. 94. Okay. Should be 96. 96, 94, 98, 96, 94, yep, 92. $92. 90, and then I'm gonna guess the last one here is 89. 88. Yep. All right, let's take all these and let's rasterize, merge layers. Let's call these small numbers. And then let's maybe 10 here. So to add these dots. All right, and then let's do this here. So let's do off, and let's scale this. PH, this one is like PH-TR maybe? I'm not too sure. TR, maybe, I'm not too sure. If you do know, please let me know in the comments below. And maybe I can go ahead and fix it. So, and dash AM. Okay, let's put this like so. So, PHAM, I don't know what TR is. And then we got shortwave 1 and shortwave 2 at the bottom. So we've got SW. So I do know what this means actually. SWI for 1. Shortwave 2. And then FM. I'm going to rasterize that and then merge layers, and the name should be okay. So let's go ahead and zoom out. Okay, so this is pretty good. There's a logo. All right, so this looks pretty good so far. So what I'm gonna do at this point actually is I'm gonna take all of these pieces of geometry, pieces of all these images here, put them in a folder, and just call this radial interface. So we can just keep this nice and clean for now. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this file, save as, target, diffuse, and jump over here. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna stop the video here. I think in the next video we're gonna possibly finish the rest of the main label here, the main interface part of this texture, and then we can move on to the rest of this texture. So Until then, I'd like to thank you for watching. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And until next time, bye bye.